Hello, beautiful people. How are we doing? Hopefully, this was a nice setup. It's been the first one in this way with a prior intro to the. Yeah, I can I can hear myself prior to starting the live, and yeah, because I was planning to publish a video, but I've been traveling, and now I'm alone by myself. But I've been with my brother going around, so yeah, that took some time off from the editing, and yeah, I want to make good videos, so I didn't want to just publish anything. But there's very interesting updates. But before jumping on to that, I want to say hi to Peter. Hello, Elizabeth. Keep going, showing each video. Greetings from Bolivia. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Yeah, I put my heart onto this kind of business now, this channel on these videos. I love making videos, so even though income come from other sources as well, but I love to keep showing up. I put as a goal, to be consistent on YouTube on Sense the Lens for 2025, which is really important. So here I am. No matter what happens, I'm gonna show up. And yeah, it's amazing to be here. Hello, Jeremy. Amazing. So there's first of all, I'm not in Italy now, so I've been traveling a little bit. I'm in Portugal. I've been going to Porto, and then now I am in the island of Madeira. Does anyone know the island of Madeira? Which it's a beautiful island, I gotta say. I've been here a few times. I'm here actually now for doing a couple of things, documents wise, some legalities, let's say, formal stuff. But yeah, I can be sharing more in the future. But yeah, it was not much about the pleasure of coming here, even though it kind of became a pleasure, because if you see my Instagram and the stories, you see that the weather is beautiful. Jumped from the winter completely into a summer, even though now it's a bit stormy. So yeah, it's an island with a lot of wind. Does anyone know the island of Madeira? Bonjour. I'm good, Abby. I'm good. I'm doing amazing. Actually, I feel blessed to be here in Madeira to start. This has been the first travel of the year. What a beautiful one, and it's has been also the first trip that I've done alone with my brother. Apologize for that. I'm sorry. That I've done alone with my brother, just me and him, ever in our lives. He's 42 and I'm 30. Damn, I'm 30. I just turned 30, by the way. That's crazy. And that's the first trip we done together. So it was due. Like I needed to do that. And now, just he left. I'm here by myself, still in Portugal. That's why you see a different setup, a different apartment. Spending some time here, just focusing. I have a pool in front of the apartment, which is a blessing. It's freezing, so after the live I'm gonna jump into the pool like a cold plunge. The temperature is 13 degrees Celsius. The water, it's cold. Then I'm gonna go to the gym. But we are here for interesting updates, really interesting. Like, you might like them, you might dislike them. Actually, more disliking them than than liking them, but we're here for that. So this live, I'm gonna focus more on Emirates and the updates on Emirates, as you have seen from the title, as I'm talking about that. I'm gonna alternate in the future a live about Emirates and a live about personal life. I think that it's good to alternate and to talk about different topics. Let me know from where are you joining in. I can see Elizabeth from Bolivia, and yeah, I don't know the other ones, the other of you, where you're tuning in from. Let me know the countries, because I always like to see where you're connecting from. And yeah, also, if you want, leave a thumb up if you hear me good. Let me see. Yeah, okay, it's good, the volume, it's good, the audio, the video as well. So yeah, Abe from India, amazing. And Jeremy starts right away with questions. That's good. What do you think as Emirates as a company, given some of the speculation of the royal family, is the company itself a good one? Ooh, okay. Let's say first of all that it's a great company. It's a great company. Like the lifestyle that Emirates company gives you, it's priceless, I would say. And let me see, Peter from Monaco, amazing. We are neighbors in Europe, let's say. Good. So yeah, let me actually start with what Jeremy asked, and then we're gonna jump into the first update, which is the uniforms. Yeah, Emirates is changing uniforms. Crazy, yeah. Then update number 2 is the aircraft. There's a new aircraft type in the fleet of Emirates. That one, for sure, you have seen it already, as it has been done already an inaugurational flight, and is actually already operative, even though there's not all the crew that is trained for that already. It's only one aircraft for now, but yeah, they're planning obviously in increasing that, and they are slowly training the whole crew, and it's gonna reach a point where they are gonna train everyone basically as fast as possible. So I have actually a friend of mine that has done the training, has done the second operational flight on the A350. But yeah, let's jump onto that later on. The third update is the open days and the invite-only events for February that have been released, and there's some news as well regarding the applying category. So those are the 3 updates. Then I'm gonna do a full Q&A session where I'm going over all the questions, okay? So Jeremy, let's keep actually that question for later, okay? But yeah, I gave you a short answer, but I'm gonna develop it more later on, okay? And Roalien from South Africa, Johannesburg. Hello to you, Johannesburg. Beautiful city. Has been amongst my favorites in South Africa. Obviously, I don't eat meat, but there's good food there. It's very relaxed. Whenever you go to South Africa, tell me if I'm right, Roalian, that when you go to the restaurants and cafes and places, all the waiters, all the staff is always extremely relaxed. And you gotta keep in mind that if you have appointments after that, you can't be going to the restaurant because they really take their time, Yeah, maybe too much, a little bit, but yeah, funny stuff. Anyway, so the first update is the uniforms. Let me show you straight away what has been, actually, where are we coming from? We're coming from these kind of uniforms over here. Bear with me, because I'm gonna show you to you on the screen. There we go. How beautiful is that? Yeah, I've leveled up a little bit you got it, the image and the screen sharing. So this is basically the first uniform. This was the first flight to Karachi, and that's actually a fun fact. That's why Emirates has the code EK, because it was Emirates obviously, and the destination that they were flying to as the first flight was Karachi, so that's why the K. And that was the first flight. Then obviously the uniform changed with the time. Let me see, actually spot the other one. Actually I didn't upload that one. Hold on with me. But do you like that one actually? That uniform over there? To be honest, like it has been consistent over time. Like it's not a type of uniform that changed completely drastically, like some other airlines. They kept it quite consistent over time, which is good. I mean, I can't complain. Then the other ones, let me see. Let me actually put it here on the side. Okay. The other one as well was this one over here. Okay, has been actually rolling since 1988 until 1997. Okay, so that was quite a while. And then let me actually show you the other one directly. I mean, there has been another one over there. I'm sorry, just hold on a second, because yeah, I mean, this is a third uniform. Okay, uniform. There has been good changes, and they always kept this kind of sand type of uniform, which, to be honest, I I really like. Okay, and we have the actual ones now, which for men it's looking something like, hold on, bear with me a second, because yeah, I uploaded the pictures in the wrong space where you couldn't see me anymore. There was actually another uniform, but yeah, let me show you straight away these ones as well. And me in uniform. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, this is the actual one. There was a previous one, which is basically similar to this one. They had for men a different tie. They had light color pants for men. I really like this one over here, the actual one, and that's why it's a shame that they might be changing it. But for now, they are not actually. They have changed the uniform, but not for all departments, not for all the cabin crew as well. Now it's just for the Emirates VIP passenger passenger team. Yeah, so yeah, the ones that go into first class in the airport, that's the uniform that the staff is wearing, and it's gonna look like this one over here. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. The only thing is that I mean, it's similar for women. You know, I've been talking with some crew. The crew really don't like it. They don't like it at all. They feel like it's a bag of potatoes. Let me know as well. Let me see the chat actually. Yeah. Okay. Roalian was replying. Yes, I'm right about the chillness of South African people in restaurants. That's good. What do you think actually? Do you like this uniform? Let me put it in the center of the screen, because the crew has been saying that they don't like this uniform. And to be honest, for men, I really completely agree, because I don't know, it was nicer the darker one. Even though I can understand it's all unified now, the same color for men and women, which is good. I can see the point there. But the purple tie, I cannot understand that. Like it's not fitting really nice in my opinion. Like if they kept the same tie, a darker color maybe was better in my opinion. But yeah, so for women, to be honest, they didn't change much. So I don't see the point why they wanted to change it. But maybe it's something they do from time to time. They want to do it anyway. It's good. So that's the new uniform now for only the VIP passenger team and in the airport. But yeah, we can actually expect it soon for the cabin crew as well. Is anyone here applying for a cabin crew in Emirates in February? Any of you? Let me see the chat. Not yet. Let me know. Let me know. Because yeah, there's new events. The new roster has been released. So yeah, the opinion from the crew, it's kind of split. You know, they don't really like it that much, but at the end of the day, I mean, not much saying on that, you know, for the crew. So just gotta follow what you've been given. Getting some coffee in the meantime. And yeah, maybe no one is applying here in the chat. No one is applying for the cabin crew role. And I will basically go into the update number 2, because I mean it's kind of straightforward, you know. Uniform is that one. There's no much more news, even though there is actually some speculation. But that's about it, you know. That's as far as I know, at least for now. You know, I have some people, some friends in Emirates actually, some friends living in Dubai, and obviously you can find all sorts of information online. But this is the fact, you know. So we'll see. Let me know. Actually, there was someone saying didn't like it. No, let me know. Do you like okay, let me put it comparison. Do you like the new one or the actual uniform? Let's do a little bit of a like poll. the ones that like, what is it? What is the old uniform? Oh, no. Okay, let me show you actually the me in uniform and these ones, because I mean the female ones basically it's the same, isn't it? Do you prefer the old one or the new one as well? If no, how come you're still part of all this if you're not working for Emirates? I mean, I'm creating my presence here, so yeah, like I'm not a crew anymore. Where is it? The other image? Ah, okay, this one here. I'm creating my presence here for all that I'm talking about. Let me put it here. Okay, so these are the actual ones, and on this side, these are the new ones that they want to apply. Okay, that actually they applied already. So let me know, old or new. Type it in the chat. I'm curious to know actually, because from the crew, they prefer the ones that they have now. But maybe as a passenger, as an external person, not a crew yet, maybe you prefer the new ones actually. Let's see. Ryan's asking me. Actually, let me see if I can even put the chat. If I can highlight the chat. I've been trying these for a while actually. It was working yesterday, but it's not working now. I wanted to highlight the chat for you. Seems like it doesn't want to. Let me try it again. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically like comments. So at least it can be nice for you to see them as well. Hold on with me just a sec. It's not, no. Anyway, never mind. Never mind that. Actually, let me try. With height 1280 1080p. Okay. No, it doesn't seem like it's gonna go the chat. Anyway, it's fine. We don't mind that. Anyway, I'm gonna mention the questions. So yeah, I have contacts in Emirates still till to this day. Obviously, I spent 6 years in Emirates as a cabin crew, so I have friends that are still working there. I've gotten to know a lot of people, and yeah, I mean, I just know how to get all the information. I mean, most, maybe not all, but yeah, a lot of information. Close to all. Okay, Rollins says, like the color of the uniform, the old color reminds you of scouts. Interesting point, actually. That's a good point. So this color, this darker one, kind of gives you a little bit of more of a premium feeling, maybe. I don't know. I mean, for sure, the fact that I've been used to see the old color kind of automatically makes me say I prefer the ones that they have now. But yeah, that's it's a good point. The scout. I've never been a scout, so I don't connect those two things, that color to that. Hello, Mohammed. Nice to have you here, brother. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So I think we'll move to the second update. Another important one, because has split opinions even there. Let me actually hide these ones. We've done that. Perfect. So the other update. Sorry, I'm dismantling everything. Okay. The second update, the aircraft. So obviously it's an Airbus. It's kind of similar to the A380, but obviously has a lot of differences that make it, make a different experience for everyone. You don't have two decks, obviously. I didn't prepare a picture, but it's pretty straightforward. I mean, in the A380 you have two floors. On the bottom one you have economy, on the top one you have business and first class. But you have the lounge as well, obviously, in business class. That's one of the biggest changes that obviously changes. I mean, differences that obviously was with the 777 and with Boeing and Airbus. You know that you didn't have the lounge. So, as a business class passenger, I would prefer to fly business class, sorry, the A380, the Airbus instead of the 777, in my opinion. Even though the seats on the 777 are actually slightly more spacious, you know, as in business class. But yeah, so it comes with pros and cons. Now, on the A350, you basically have the same space on the seats, or even smaller actually. That's one of the biggest drawbacks. You have even less space on the seat in business class. Obviously, in economy, it's actually more. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the whole cabin, all cabins. But yeah, in business class, you have less space on the seat, and you don't have the lounge neither. So, in my opinion, the A350, as I've seen people reviewing it as well, because I have not been on the flight yet. Okay, so from the passenger's perspective, it's not the greatest upgrade actually, you know, because you have some drawbacks instead of having all, you know, improvements. And another thing that I noticed, they were saying that the buttons, they are in a place where, you know, by being a tight space already, you press them all over with your arm, you know, which makes sense. And what else? But the good points are that the entertainment system, the TV, it's a newer system, so newer technology, has more features, more televisions, more movies. It's basically with, no, actually, it's not with every aircraft actually. So by being a new IFE, it's the name of entertainment system, and then you have you know, a good chance to spend 13 hours without even noticing that you're on a plane. So that's good. In economy, the seat configuration, as I mentioned in one of the reels and shorts actually on here on YouTube in the past, was in I think it was in December. I mentioned, yeah, when it was recently announced, the aircraft, I covered the seat configuration, which to me is one of the biggest changes in economy, because obviously the space in the cabin is smaller compared to the A380, but yeah, you still have actually more space because there's less seats in the middle rows, so there's one seat less. Okay, I'm not gonna go over the configuration now, but yeah, there's one less seat in the middle row. Okay, and also including the premium economy. So it's a little bit more spacious in the aisle to walk by, because yeah, one of the biggest struggles, if you have two people walking in the aisle, that you gotta squeeze, you know, you gotta hug each other. that was the routine. No, just kidding, we were not hugging. But yeah, that's a good point for both passengers and crew as well in economy, to have a little bit more space. And another big component that I've been told by a crew that is now working in business class, that friend of mine, I don't think he's here, but I don't see all the members here, all the viewers now on YouTube. So if you're here, buddy, put a emoji or something, but I don't think so. But yeah, this friend of mine that is working in business class told me that it's more comfortable and it's much easier to work on the A350 compared to the other aircrafts now in Emirates, because you have less passengers and you have more crew. So the workload is actually less. It's much easier to, you know, to deal with a full cabin and delivering the service and complete all the duties on time, because that's always a priority. So it's a good point on that. It's a really good point. As a crew, as an ex-crew, having more crew on the cabin and even less passengers, that's a game changer, you know. So yeah, that's I can see a lot of Airbus yeah, Airbus, I mean, it's a good plane. I gotta say, it's a good brand, compared to Boeing. Not even considering all the things that we've been hearing from Boeing, But yeah, let's leave that apart. But yeah, it's I really love Airbus. I preferred it always. I always preferred the Airbus over the Boeing. Because there were more features that were a bit more technological, So even though, for example, in the bathrooms you have the yeah, actually no, that's on a good point for Airbus, because you don't have to tap or every time, to touch every time the thing to get the water from the sink. On Airbus, it's a sensor, so you don't have to touch it. So it's good. Yeah, small things, small things that make it a better experience as a passenger, because obviously I've been a passenger a lot of the times. But yeah, the toilets, I use them even as a crew, surprisingly enough. Anyway, so yeah, Airbus, it's good. And yeah, that has been the split decision, between liking it and not liking it, because of the space actually in business class, in the seats, actually getting to sleep. I've seen one of the reviews on YouTube that this guy was actually squished and it wasn't even that big. So yeah, that's it. But as a crew, it has been liked. Like most of, actually all the crew that I talked to, they like the A350. So it's a good thing. But yeah, at the end of the day, you do an aircraft update introduction into the market because of the passengers, that you want to give a good experience to the passengers, not just to the crew. So I don't know if that's an amazing move, I don't know. For sure it's newer, but yeah, it's also more efficient. That's a good point, it's more efficient for the fuel. So for the ultra long range, it's beneficial for the company. It spends less money, less fuel. I apologize for that. What else was there? Yeah, I think that was pretty much that, seat configuration, the fuel efficiency, which yeah makes a big impact, if you have a large fleet of planes. Yeah, it's gonna make a good difference. Yeah. So yeah, let me actually cover another question. Do you think they'll ever do a private jet like Qatar Airways? I mean, actually, Emirates already has private jet. Did you know that? They have a executive team, something like that. Let me see if I can show you actually the image already. There's and I wanted to talk about that for the uniforms as well. No, I didn't download it, but let me download it quickly. I want to show you the uniform of the is that called in that way? Executive team of Emirates that flies kind of the private jet. Emirates executive class, executive jet. Let's do images. It's a very cool uniform, this one here. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna download. Actually, I know this girl. Actually, two of them. That's crazy. I'm just googling it. I'm gonna show you to you here. It's really cool because sometimes when we were in headquarters, going to the briefing room, we were seeing the crew that was there as well with this different uniform that always surprised us. I remember as a crew, like all the girls were looking at them because it's even cooler. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you in 3, 2, 1. There we go. This is the uniform for the executive team, branch team. And these are regular crew that get chosen to be part of this executive jet team as well. So from time to time they get rostered for these kind of flights. And yeah, it's always nice. I mean, I just spoken with one actually of them when I was working in Emirates, and yeah, she really liked it. I don't remember her name, but yeah, apparently, actually, I think I know two of them from this image. Let me see. No, actually, just one. Yeah. Yeah, with the uniform, you actually tend to misunderstand the face for the people that you know. Anyway, so yeah, do you like this uniform? I mean, this is really nice, isn't it? Isn't it? Himasha, I'm good. I'm doing amazing. What's my favorite plane? Yeah, the A380, no doubts on that. I mean, the A380, it's like as a crew, it always impressed me. Like whenever I saw it taking off, like it was damn, it was like wow, that's a huge aircraft. Even when approaching the aircraft, like in Dubai, you approach the aircraft right below the nose of the aircraft. I mean, not right below, but sometimes just below that. And so approaching the aircraft was always, like an impact because you see how big that aircraft is. It's really cool. And 2 floors, come on, 2 floors on a plane, a spa, a shower there. Come on, like, can we even compare to any other aircraft? I don't think so. Actually, I hope my friends pilots are not watching that are actually flying 777. But yeah, I prefer Airbus, that's for sure. So yeah, that's the uniform for the executive team. Let me see what you're saying. So yeah, that's about it, Jeremy. That's the private jet team. And I'm still trying to get the live chat solved, but I cannot. That's a shame. Actually, let me try a second. Give her. Oh, okay, this one maybe. Okay, I understand the issue now. Hold it on, I'm there. Remove live chat. Okay. Let me see. In the meantime, when is the cabin crew opportunity open for Sri Lanka? Actually, for Sri Lanka, let me see, because I was updating before the open days, and I already tell you now why I was updating the open days, because on my website that I'm gonna share with you basically soon, I have a map where you can see the whole range of events that Emirates has, and I don't remember if Sri Lanka was there. Okay, 1920. Hold on, I'm making the chart actually available. I wish to remove. I made a mistake. I was updating them, and I don't remember if Sri Lanka was there, but I remember that I was modifying the. No, Colombo. Yeah, I think it was there actually. Okay, let's go check soon. Okay, for the third update, stick around. Who are you? Yasir. Yasir, stick around. We're jumping into the third update soon, okay? So yeah, aircraft type, that has been the update. I'm still trying to do the live chat. Filters, add filters, Luma. I mean, this is a whole series of skills, this one here. Huh? The one of being able to... There we go. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? I'm gonna reach your questions soon, okay, Yasir? So actually, what's my favorite plane? I mean, have we mentioned everything about the aircraft? I think we did. The aircraft type, yeah, the A380 is my favorite. Let me know if you want to share what's your favorite as well. I mean, to be honest, the 787, it's a beautiful one as well. Unfortunately, I mean, they have removing it from many airlines. I think one of the last ones, if I remember correctly, was Lufthansa, that has retired the plane, the 787. Yeah, it was the 787, just maybe 2 years ago. But yeah, now the only big guy, in the airline industry is the A380, which I'm really glad actually that they didn't retire, because a few years ago they were talking about the fact of shutting down the production of A380s, but Emirates ordered more, and that kept open the production of A380 for Airbus, which was a beautiful thing to hear, in my opinion. Obviously, I mean, it's not a deal breaker for the world, but yeah. So yeah, let me see if I missed any other question here. And I'm gonna reply to you, yes, here, okay? Okay, update number 3. How amazing is that? Update number 3. Let me know if you have questions on the first 2 updates in the meantime, okay? So Jeremy says your favorite airplane is the A380 as well. I bet it is, buddy. I bet it is. And favorite private jet is the Gulfstream G700. Yes, it's a beautiful one. I've seen that Grant Cardone has that private jet. It's a beautiful one. Yeah, I haven't been in one, but yeah, not yet. Not yet. So that's good. Update number 3. So we got new open days and new invite-only events for February. So my concern, even though I'm not directly involved in this because I'm not looking for a new application in Emirates, but many of you are. So I was concerned for that Emirates would have stopped hiring. That was not the case, as we have seen now that in January they've been hiring like crazy. To be honest, they had a good number of open days and events all over the world. Obviously not in every country, unfortunately, but yeah, that's how it's always been. But now for February, they decreased it. Yes, you heard me right. They decreased the numbers of open days and invite-only events. That made my job quite easy to update them up. But yeah, that's unfortunate, because it means that Emirates is hiring less. Obviously, in 2024, the goal was to hire 5,000 cabin crew, 5,000 new cabin crew throughout the year. Sure enough, I think that they have achieved that number. And they decreased the number of open days, and they also decreased the frequency of which you can apply, of which you can reapply actually, if you get rejected in any of the open days at any stage. Okay, so even if you go to the open day, you say hi and they reject you, then you can reapply after 6 months and not after 3 months as it was before. That's a new update. Falcon 7X are cool. I don't know that one, to be honest. Yeah, I gotta be honest. I mean, I love aviation. I've been in the industry for many years, but I don't know that one. I'm gonna look it up. So, yeah, they changed it back to 6 months. Unfortunately, Falcon 7X. I mean, a good thing would be also to watch like reviews on these planes. True. This Falcon over here, let me see if you can see it. Very from far, but yeah, it's a good one. I mean, to be honest, once you go into the private jet flying, I mean, is there an aircraft that is bad? Really? Honestly speaking, But yeah, so that has been the update. So for sure now the difficulty in joining Emirates is a bit higher than before, but it's a cycle. It's a cycle because they always hire less, hire more. They always go through these processes. And that depends for for many things. Many factors can influence these decisions. Obviously, like it was in the past. Actually, let me show you an image as well. Like it was in the past, they, for example, during the COVID, they stopped hiring. Obviously, they even stopped. They even started to fire people. Unfortunately, to lay off. Let's say, lay off people because of the need of surviving, which is understandable. Luckily, I was not amongst the people that got laid off, is that how you say it, from the job. yeah, luckily I was still in the company, and yeah, actually left. I mean, 1.5 years after COVID started, and spoiler alert, this was me flying in one of the flights basically during COVID. Okay, so yeah, that's how the uniform looked like during those flights. I mean, that's nuts, right? Like, do you like that uniform? That was horrendous to fly with. Obviously, it was, I mean, a safety precaution, which was at that time very much felt needed, you know. I'm not going to talk about different opinions on what has been, but yeah, it was very uncomfortable actually to work with that. Can you imagine being all covered up everywhere, goggles, hair cap, mask, you know, and the apron as well there. Yeah, that was intense. That was really intense. Actually, flying to places where they were treating you like the walking buyers, you know. was really crazy. So yeah. Where were we? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna show you now the open days, because where before I had people asking me why they have been not having open days in Africa and in many countries. We are going to go on the map now to see if they have it. Okay, there we. Okay, can you still hear me? Let me know actually if you can still hear me. That would be great. Can you tell me yes in the chat? Would be awesome. This is the map, and for Sri Lanka, let's actually, you know, we can search it as well. Typing it here, and this is a map that you have access to. Okay, yeah, in Colombo they have. Make sure you see. Yeah, okay, you can hear me. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you so much. So you can see that in Colombo they have these. It's not an open day, but it's an invite-only event, which is good enough, to be honest. The 8th of February, the process that you need to go through is applying online on Emirates airline, okay? So if you want to have this map, this is the link. Let me actually drop it in the chat as well, so that you have it. You can go there directly. Here is in the chat. You can go there, you can search your country, okay? And by searching your country, you can, obviously it automatically opens the window where it tells you where are the open days or invite-only events, for example. Let's go to India. Delhi, the 28th of January, and Bangalore, the 30th of January, but they are apply-only events, okay? So you gotta apply first on the Emirates website, and if you get, let's say, accepted to the next stages, they will invite you to these events over here, okay? Let's see if I can find, actually, let me go through the map over here. Sorry. And show you Italy, for example. It's enough, you know, if you want to just go over the map like this, it's super easy. I made it in the way that I would have wanted to have it. So you can just scroll around, seeing the countries where they have it. The green ones are the ones for the open days, and the blue ones are the ones for the invite-only events, okay? So for Italy, click on it. You have all the open days here. There's many, I would say, in Italy still, for actually even in February. Yeah, there's many. And yeah, have fun with that. It's free. You can access to that at any point, anytime on senselens.com/EK line apply line events. Okay, you have the link in the chat anyway. But yeah, with that, I can also tell you, if you want, obviously, you have on the website here access to the community as well. You just need to put a username, whatever name you want to show there. Can be your name, can be a nickname as well. Email address, and just choose a password. From here, you and name, obviously. Okay. Yeah, this name is actually yours, not the one this field can be seen by everyone. Okay, no, sorry. Username is not going to be seen. The name is going to be seen by everyone, okay? You just register for free, and that inside you will find the community, other people that are like-minded, in wanting to join Emirates Airline, that are maybe travel geeks, interested in the aviation, or simply interested in traveling, So I'm gonna drop, actually, on sensethelens.com, you have access to that, and in the community you find access to free resources also that are ebook and CV template. Okay, so you can find those ones in here as well, in resources. Okay, obviously first, if you haven't created an account yet, you need to create an account to get access to the resources, but everything is free, so have fun with that. I hope you find good value, like I've seen that it has been for other people already that finished the ebook, and I'm super glad for that. It's something that really makes me proud of providing help and value to others, like yourself perhaps, and in joining the airline. Obviously, many things that I mentioned in the book can be applied to other airlines as well. So it's it's specifically for Emirates, but to be honest, Emirates, it's one of the highest qualities. So even if you apply it for EasyJet or Ryanair, let's say, you're gonna be above standards anyway. So feel free to get one, and let me know in the community as well. It's basically a Facebook 2.0. It's a whole community. I didn't want to make it on Discord, to be honest, or any other third-party platform, because I think that we have more, customization there. We have more privacy as well. So yeah, I just prefer it in that way. And I hope you find that interesting too as well. Let's see. So I think that now, you have seen the community, you have seen the map, it's there, and you have seen actually that the numbers of events, apart from Italy, but, there's less events all over the world. If you want me to go over any, okay, can you go to US? So there, yes, I will. Let me go there to the US. Sorry, Jeremy, I didn't see the comment before. So on US, actually, unfortunately, there's no events. Didn't type United States. No, there's no events in US. That's the thing. There's one in Mar del Plata, which, how funny is that? I just released a video of Argentina, Mar del Plata, and they now have this invite-only event in Mar del Plata, exactly. Not even Buenos Aires, So yeah, that's funny. That's crazy. So whenever you see these kind of messages there, or on the official website as well, it means that an agency, a third-party agency, is taking care of the recruitment process for Emirates. Okay, so yeah, you will need to send the CV to emirates.recruitment@topflyra.com. I'm sorry, Jeremy, there's no US there, open days. Yeah, they reduced the amount like significantly. There was one in I think in December. There was one in, where was it? It was in California, maybe Los Angeles. I don't remember actually, but there was one in US, and then January nothing, and not even now in February. Yeah, let me know if there's any other country that you would like me to show you. I can show it to you now. Otherwise, we can go into the questions. Let me get a sip of coffee. Okay, I don't think there's any other country you would like me to go through, even because, you have full access to the map yourself. So I made it super easy. You can just have fun going around. I'm super proud. You can see that. I'm super proud of this. You can scroll around like this, or even type the country here. Previously, I had it with the cities, but with the cities, updating it every month, it's a nightmare. So yeah, I think that it's even more like easy, intuitive. You just click on the country, you see all of the open days there, and instead of having each city one by one. They're I think it's good like this, in this way. By the way, Russia just to Moscow, but good to have it there despite the situations, and also in Ukraine. Yeah, I don't know why I mentioned that, but yeah, I was surprised to see Ukraine, to be honest. But yeah, that's the situation, and we're going to the Q&As. Let me go here. There we go. Here we are once again. All right, so I remember Jeremy before made a question. Okay, I'm gonna do that first. Okay, let's see if you can see it. Perfect. Okay, what do you think as Emirates as a company, given some of the speculation of the royal family? Okay, so as I mentioned before at the beginning, the company it's a great company, like hands down, because it gives you all the benefits that you might need. It gives you benefits of traveling, gives you the benefit of having an accommodation, an apartment that is already paid with all the expenses of the apartment. So you don't have to cover that. You don't have to even think about it. Obviously, you're sharing the apartment with 1, 2, maybe 3 people, if there's still any building complex that has 4-bedroom apartments, but I don't think so. I think nowadays the maximum is 3. So you might be sharing the apartment with 2 other people. You have discounts all over Dubai. You have the face card, which gives you access to special events that are only for cabin crew, which is really cool. The first one, I remember the first one that I have attended was in the Palm Jumeirah, was at the not Atlantis, was the Fairmont on Palm Jumeirah. They had a workout, actually. It was a workout and stretch event on the beach in the complex of the Fairmont, which is a beautiful resort. And that was for free, just by registering with the face card, and that is given only to cabin crew, and because it's the flight attendant club of Emirates. I managed. I was scared. Because I started without even thinking if I knew it all, but yeah, I remembered it. So that's good. And you have other benefits, like obviously you have the allowance whenever you go to the layovers. You have all the buses, obviously, taking care for yourself, the hotels. What else do you have? You have discounts that are 50%, 90% off, or even free tickets to travel anywhere you want to. Like, how beautiful is that? It's amazing. So nothing to say about the company. Obviously, I mean, nothing to say. There's some things to say, obviously. The reason why I left the company is because made in the past a full video about this, but the only downside, one of the downsides, is that you feel like a number. And it kind of don't make sense, because you have thousands of people working in the company. You have thousands of people working as a cabin crew. So, I don't know exactly the number of the cabin crew nowadays, but I would estimate that is around 20,000 maybe, 20,000 cabin crew, because it decreased. No, actually even more for sure. If they're hiring now 5,000 crew in 2024, then it must be around 25,000 maybe, yeah. So yeah, you have that number of people obviously managing that kind of employees. It's that number of employees, it's not easy. But yeah, it kind of felt, that I was not super taken care of whenever you needed some extra leave, extra human touch, from maybe the manager. That obviously depends on the manager that you have, which can be different for everyone. One manager has, I don't want to say a wrong number, but a certain number of crew. Just makes sense. So yeah, apart from that, the fact of the royal family, even if you live in Dubai, you are, I don't know, it's something that you could think about. It doesn't touch you much, obviously there could be some ethical arguments within yourself, But at the end of the day, what is true and what is not, I don't know. It's tough to know. Tough to know. But as you say, Jeremy, like it's speculation. So yeah, it's tough to get a clear idea of what is the situation with them within the UAE or any other country, to be honest. I mean, in my opinion, to be honest, like it's a good country, UAE. Like you have an amazing variety of nationalities. You have some rights, you know. At the end of the day, it's still a Muslim, not because it's Muslim, but it's a country that has, not so many laws put in place, perhaps as Europe has or as US has, like freedom of speech, it's the First Amendment, it's not on the same mentality, okay? It's not on the same mentality, but in my opinion, I prefer some more strict rules like there are in UAE and these Arabic countries, where there's not even space for crazy things like has started to happen in the West. Starting with, for example, criminality. It's crazy how things are going in Europe as well. To be honest, in Italy as well. For example, the fact of having your own property, you rent it to people, and somehow they start to not pay the rent anymore, and they have occupied your apartment, and you cannot even break in. You cannot even have the police break in. Like, how crazy is that? That's nuts for me. That's the representation for me of a failed society. That's what I've been telling my family, because this is something that happened in Italy. It's happening in UK, has happened in US, even though I've seen different outcomes as well there. So yeah, let me know, like, have you had any of these experiences? Because for me, that's crazy. And that's something that I give a good point to Dubai and the UAE, because these kind of things are out of the concept of your mind. Like, you don't even think about it, The good thing is that the safety, it's on spot. I left the keys of the car in the car when I was going to buy something quick, Sometimes even the car switched on. It's super safe, And I leave the wallet on the table when I eat outside, if I go to the bathroom, obviously if there's someone else as well. But yeah, I haven't thought about those things when I was living there, That's why when coming back to Italy or other countries, then I was like, okay, I need to think about safety here, because, it's not like Dubai. So you see, there's ups and downs, We could talk about speculations about anyone for forever, Jeremy. I actually do sometimes with some people, But at the end of the day, I prefer to focus on myself, on the good impact that I make in the world. Obviously, I know, Jeremy, it wasn't the point. You didn't point it out for being malicious, but just as a curiosity. So I totally understand that, and that's why I kind of answered that in a very detailed way, I think, without going too much into details, because to be honest, there's wrongs for sure, but yeah, who am I to judge, right? You've heard things about the brains. I don't know if it reflects within the company. To be honest, no, it doesn't reflect that much. At the same time, I don't know what you've heard about that, about the prince. So yeah, I was aware of some situations when I was there already, but it wasn't felt within the company, Hello, Letuku Tula. I don't know if it's your full name, but hello to you and South Africa. So yeah, it's not very felt within the company. It's a very multicultural company, very diverse in that way, So yeah, you don't feel those kind of things, But yeah, at the same time, it's a company that may treat you like a number. It makes sense. It's a big company. That's one of the reasons why didn't like it anymore. Sometimes management is not the best. That's for sure. For example, like now the uniforms, I don't know if I find much sense in changing the uniforms in this way, if they would apply this for the cabin crew as well, okay? If it's just for the department of passengers VIP area, okay, then totally understandable, you know. Otherwise, I don't know if it makes so much sense. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna highlight once more this one here. Okay, it's the link for actually just yeah, it's the link for the map in case you want. Let me go through the questions from the top if I missed any. I apologize. Okay, answer to Roalien. And let me see. Okay. Do they use designer brands for the uniform? Yeah, actually they did. They did for the previous, from the ones that is currently being used. They used, if I'm not mistaken, Paco Rabanne. Okay. I don't know actually if this one has been designed from a brand. This one that the crew is using currently. But yeah, the previous one was designed from Paco Rabanne. So yeah, that's about it. Sometimes the shoes as well. Okay, I remember the shoes. Ooh, which one was that? Husk Puppies, was it? The shoes for females? The ones that, I mean, the shoes have been changed multiple times, you know. But I think that at a certain point there were Husk Puppies. Is it a brand? Am I right? Let me know if I'm pronouncing that wrongly or completely mistaken. I have your comments here as well. Yeah, so they actually do sometimes. And for example, I mean, even if it's not the uniform itself, the amenities in business class and first class, they have the brands, you know. Usually they have they've been having Hugo Boss, Bulgari, Chanel as well. Chanel for females, yeah. And yeah, this kind of brands. I mean, talking about top brands, understandably enough, you know, yeah. Let's see other questions. Right, indeed. Let's see. Do they use designer brands? Love Airbrush. Okay, this one we answered. Like, they have the executive jet. Okay. This one from Sunny. Sunny, sorry that I missed your question before. What are my top 3 bucket list I'd like to accomplish this year? That's an interesting question. So basically 3 goals that I have in general, right? Okay, so I mean, it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. Like, even who was that asked me? Someone asked, now is slipping my name, that joined the community in the past live 2 weeks ago. I was asking me so many deep questions and asked this question as well that left me kind of, yeah, I need to think about this answer. But yeah, top 1, it would be actually, okay, top 1 would be to get an apartment, even rent, you know, even rent an apartment somewhere fixed. That would be the first goal, you know, one of the 3 goals. Because I have not been having a base for more than 3 years now. 3 years, we're talking 3 years, it's a long time. And I'm starting to feel the need of placing my things somewhere. For example, having a studio, as simple as having a studio like this, to be honest, where I can make lives, where I have everything set up. I have my monitors, I have my computer, I have my huge hard drive, because I want to buy a huge hard drive of like hundreds of terabytes. But now I wouldn't trust to leave it anywhere because it's not my place, you know. Because, yeah, what if gets bumped into that and gets broken, you know, like It's a big hard drive like that. It's worth thousands of euros, and not even for the price monetary wise, but for the amount of material that would be inside, you know. But yeah, I need to make that happen very soon. So that's one. Number two, it's actually more abstract, which is within the channel Sense the Lens. I wanna be consistent and, you know, start to see good results from it, you know, which it's a mixed answer, you know, because good results, it's different for everyone. In my opinion, in my view now, it's being providing value to you, and also, in addition to that, to start seeing numbers go up again, which is in subscribers, which is in views, and also in engagement, and perhaps in monetary as well. This will be, a goal number two. Because I'm focusing more on this. I've been leaving aside other things that were distracting me so much, like 5-7 things, you know, at the same time. So now I've been focusing on just a couple of them, and I want to focus on a couple of them only, 2 or 3. 2. I have 2 in mind, that's it. These being one of them, okay? 3, let's say, in general. I'm still there, you know, like obviously the income is coming from different things, so I'm still having my hands on a couple of them, but yeah. Then top 3, number 3 would be, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Not even travel-wise. I mean, travel-wise, the only interest in traveling is in a slow travel. So I would love to come back to Japan to experience Tokyo as a local, perhaps as a nomad. Come back to Argentina would be nice, but I just published a video, you know. Yeah, so those 2 things now, and take care of my mental and physical health. That's another thing that I would love to do, is to go visit my sister in US. That would be nice. Yeah, spent way too much time on this answer, you know, because it was a complicated one. Yeah. You know how it is, guys. Sometimes these deep questions, talking about life, basically, it's tough. Oh, sorry, I highlighted the question of Jeremy, the chat of Jeremy. Let's see, another question. Okay. Rahib said hash puppies. Yeah. Okay, hash puppies. That it was. Yeah, perfect. The best. Sorry. Hello, Nishan. Hello to you, to Sri Lanka. And let's see, Yasir. What is the best airline in the world? I mean, can I be more biased than this? You know, Emirates is the number 1. Yeah. I can't be saying any other airline. Yeah, I mean, I love it. I love Emirates. That's, yeah, you know, that's why I spent almost 6 years there as a cabin crew. And even though I quit as a cabin crew, I still love to fly Emirates, because it just has that special vibe onto it, you know. Whenever you enter an Emirates plane, I don't know, maybe it's the colors, it's the music, or it's the uniform of the crew. It's the fact that, for me, I've been working there for almost 6 years. I don't know, but yeah, like I made a short actually about this, you know. I just love it. I just love Emirates, you know. For example, even Qatar, you know, that you go, I actually haven't flown Qatar. Good. Just kidding. But yeah, even the uniform, I don't know, the colors, they're a bit darker. That's why maybe I don't want the uniform of Emirates to change, because the light beige, it's iconic. I mean, it has been the color of the uniform of females since the beginning, you know. So changing that to a little bit darker one, I don't know. So yeah, my answer is Emirates. I mean, do you agree? Isn't Emirates the best one? Yeah, I mean, I think Singapore Airlines has a crazy suite in first class. Was it that? Singapore? Also, I mean, Etihad and Qatar are good airlines as well. But yeah, Let's see. Nishan, you're attending an assessment day in February. That's amazing. So you're attending the assessment day that we were looking at before. Actually, let me show it to you once again. Once again, over here, you're attending this one here. So any tips? Any tips over there? This one here, the 8th of February, right? In Colombo, Nishan. Okay, I'm looking forward to hear from you. Nishan, I invite you to join the community here. To join the community, just put username, email address, and name. Create a password and join there, and let us know from there how is your experience there. My tips, by the way, this is the website. Okay, I'm taking the chance to show you. These are the three tools. Okay, you have them up here as well. Community. Okay, the tips, very interesting. So I mean, I assume, let me actually highlight that one. Okay, I assume that you sent obviously the initial application online. Okay, is this the first day that you attend? Is this the first time that you actually try to apply in Emirates? Because if message retracted, Giuseppe, are you trying to send a message but it doesn't go through, or you're sending and withdrawing it? Let's see, because I didn't manage to see what you texted. So sorry, I by mistake. Okay, perfect. And yeah, so because there's a difference in knowing that as well, because you can understand a good amount of things if you attended one open day in the past. But let's say that you did not attend any open day yet. My first advice, my first tip would be to get good in the grammar of English. Okay, do exercises, because that's one of the things that is going to be crucial for you. I mean, for you in general, for everyone. Okay, the grammar, most of all, also the vocabulary. Okay, the usage of the words could have been, was, this actually the usage of words like used to. What else? And grammar in general, it's going to be very important. Text comprehension also is going to be in the test, so that's something that is going to play a crucial role there. Okay, Giuseppe, I've seen the message now. Why don't I come back in Emirates? Okay, I'm going to answer after Nishan, okay? So other tips apart from the English test, it's, okay, one important thing, which is the most important thing actually, that regardless of what you do in the open day is gonna help you, is to be relaxed. This might be a cliche, might be something that you heard saying from other people as well, but I've seen that ex-colleagues, many of them were chosen from a situation where they didn't even care if they joined Emirates or not. And this is something that I've actually experienced myself as well, because I had Emirates as a plan B, and as a plan A, I wanted to go to US, so to New York, to live in New York actually. So actually I was more excited to go to live in New York because it was my dream place. And that made me more relaxed in the whole process. Actually, I was even underdressed, which at that time, we're talking about 2016, was acceptable, let's say, because there were not clear specifications on the website of how you should have presented yourself going there, okay? But now there are, so make sure you also, which brings me to tip number 2. Okay, number 1, be relaxed. Number 2, meet the dress codes requirements that are shown on the website of Emirates, that you can find also in the ebook that you find on senselens.com. Okay, in the free resources within the ebook, I show you exactly what Emirates wants you to wear for the events. Okay, so make sure you grab that. It's for free. You can just download it from the resources tab in the community. Okay, so that's tip number 2. Tip number 3, There's a whole thing that's all explained in the ebook, very detailed. Okay. Number 3, to leave you with the third golden one, is to, if you are a leader, take initiative to show yourself in the best way. So what do I mean with that? Is that you can lead the conversation within the group activities. Take the leadership in saying, okay, let's read this one more time. How I have been, because I feel that naturally I am more of a leader. But there's nothing wrong in not being a leader, okay, just to point that out. Just need to be embracing the nature of yourself and polishing it in the best way possible. So either you are a leader, so lead the conversation, and with your teammates as well in the group activities, asking questions to the other team members, not just ruling over others in saying your opinion, okay, really important. If you override others, that's not a good sign. You ask questions, you make people interact, you let everyone participate in the group activities. That's a really good sign. On the other hand, if you're not a leader, you are, a team member, a good team member. In order to be a good team member, you need to participate as well. You need to be able to share your opinion and share what you really think without going against others in a very kind of impactful way, So yeah, and with that I would say, make sure you speak clearly, make yourself understood and understand what the recruiters are asking you, because that's really important. If you don't understand clearly what they're asking you, it's better to ask one more time what they told you. Perhaps they make you a question and you're like, oh, I'm not sure. Sorry, could you repeat the question one more time, please? As simple as that. That gives a very good signal to them from your side, because communication on board, it's vital. It's a safety and security matter. If you don't understand what the captain is telling you over the interphone, it's crucial that you ask the captain to repeat that one more time, because it could be a vital information that you've been receiving. So it's really good that you are also confident enough to be asking to repeat that one more time. Okay. Obviously, your English needs to be good enough so that it's not that you didn't understand because of your English, but you didn't understand maybe because of I don't know, whatever, interference on the phone, or you were paying attention to something else, these kind of things. I hope that it helps you, Nishan. Let me know. And obviously, I look forward to see you in the community as well, because there we can talk more day to day. I join there daily, so that we can stay updated. In the meantime, I'm getting messages actually from one of the ladies that has wore the uniform. Let me show you the picture. I'm not gonna tell you who it is, but I just received a message from one of these ladies that wore the new uniform, not the old one. Actually, I showed you already before. It's this one of the uniform that has been just announced. Image 3, third, not this one, new one. Ta-da! This one over here. One of these ladies just texted me, sent me an audio message, so I'm not gonna listen to it now, but later on. Anyway, if you're watching, I say hi to you, darling. Let's see, next question. Giuseppe, so why don't I come back in Emirates? That's a good question. I've been evaluating that in the past, because it's a question that I've gotten a lot. It's in Italian, but yeah, I translated that to you. It's a question that I've gotten a lot, but the reason why I don't come back is because that lifestyle, that job, it's expired for me. Like, it has been enough, and Yeah, you can always find surprises on this channel. But yeah, you never know. Yeah, what I've been thinking is that this is very provocative, this answer that I gave, but the reason why I don't work as a cabin crew anymore is because my job as a cabin crew has been done, and now I want to focus on entrepreneurship. So yeah, that's and it's basically part of my dream life. The reason why I quit the job in Emirates was to pursue my dream life, and I knew it that even though the lifestyle in Emirates is beautiful, I knew that my dream life wasn't by being part of Emirates, at least not as a cabin crew. I'm still basically part of Emirates as an outsider, as someone that is suggesting the best procedures and practices to be accepted as a crew, but not as an internal, let's say. I hope that it answers the question clearly enough, Giuseppe. Does it? Nishan, I'm glad it helped you, the tips I gave. Look forward to hear from you. I really look forward to hear from you. Like, I'm really excited to see whenever there's people texting me that they have been accepted getting the golden call. Like, I celebrate with them, It's like I've been accepted once again, without the part that I don't want to do anymore. So I'm not gonna come back to work and do the training, but I get the cool side of getting the golden call. So I hope you're gonna let me know. Jeremy, I think I could get a job with Emirates, but have neck tattoo. Yeah, Jeremy, the neck tattoo is it's a tough one. Yeah, I have, like, since the last, not the last, since the video I made about the tattoos, I've had a countless number of people texting me on Instagram and on, I shouldn't say the name of that platform here on YouTube, but yeah, no, never mind. They lowered the reach, who knows? And here on YouTube as well in the comments, like, regarding the specifics of which tattoos are accepted and which are not, in all the areas that I've shown, it's really tough to get accepted. Actually, it's impossible. Either you hide it and you risk, but yeah, on the neck, it's a tough one. I apologize. On the neck, it's a tough one, and the only option would be to remove it. Yeah, unless, because to be honest, I have in the ebook also the image, the specifics of where it is. If I remember correctly, it's a bit below the neck. Yes, because for men, yeah, because in the pajama on board, you actually have a t-shirt, long sleeves t-shirt, but yeah, the neck is showing. So I don't know, Jeremy, if you want to send a picture in the community on as a post, we're gonna look it over from there, so that yeah, I can tell you perhaps if it's a small tattoo that you could try it, or if you really want to get accepted in Emirates, you need to have that removed. There's many people now that I'm chatting with on the community, in the private messages as well, or on DMs, that are removing the tattoos, because if it's a dream job that you have, the tattoo removal is kind of vital in order to give you full chances of being accepted. Which is the basic requirement to become Emirates cabin crew? Okay, basic requirements are 1 year of customer service experience, okay? At least 1 year. It can be split into different months, like throughout the course of 3 years. You've done 3 months there, 1 month there, 5 months there, 2 months there. Okay, perfect. Otherwise, if you don't have 1 year of complexive year, then it's a no-go. So get that one first. Other basic requirements is that you're at least 21 years old, that you have a diploma. Doesn't matter in what, the diploma, but you need to have at least the high school diploma. And yeah, those are the basic requirements, okay? And tattoos. The tattoos in the in the green areas are okay, which are in hidden parts while wearing the uniform. In the red areas, you cannot have any tattoo. You can find that. Once again, I'm repeating it, just in case someone just joined, and didn't hear it before. In the ebook as well, you can find but I just said it. But yeah, in the ebook, you can find the clear requirements as well over there, okay? Also, if you are over 30 years of age, it becomes much more challenging to be accepted. That's not a requirement, not a rule that is written black and white, but it's something that it's a rule of thumb, let's say, that unfortunately it's present. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Over the 30 years of age, it's gonna be more challenging for you to be accepted as a cabin crew. So you wanna try as soon as possible. Let's see. Let me think about any other requirement, actually. And yes, English needs to be at least a level of B1 English level. You're gonna get an exam, actually, of English in the open day and in the assessment day if you have been invited to one, okay? Also, another one, actually, you need to be at least 167, was that 167? Oh boy. It's written in the ebook. Go there. And 212 centimeters of reach, okay? So you can actually get in tiptoes, without shoes, reaching 212, okay, with the fingertips. That's the requirement. Yeah, I don't remember actually now. It's slipping through my mind if it's 167 centimeters of height or 165 or 160 actually. 160? No, 160 is too little. I'm gonna search it over. What can I search it over? Actually, in the ebook, but it's 40 pages. Okay, let me see actually if I can find you the answer very quickly. I'm gonna manage. So yeah, those are the requirements actually. Okay, I can manage. 160 actually. 160. Okay, I managed. And what else? Other requirements is also okay. Obviously, that depends for every person. That you have a valid passport, obviously. Valid passport, at least 6 months, actually at least 1 year, and that you're able to be getting a visa in UAE. Obviously, you need to see, but if it's a country that doesn't allow you to get a visa in UAE, then it's gonna be tough. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I don't think there's many countries that have this problem, but yeah, just double check that. Okay, so I think we got basically. Let me see if there's any other question. Think. Okay, you could get a job. 212 reach, girls 160. I mean, Alex. Alex. Buddy, nice to have you here, man. Yeah, girls under 60. I mean, to be honest, men as well. It's rare to see a man below 160 centimeters of height, but there we have it. Yeah, it's very common. Sometimes, I actually had a batchmate from Thailand that was reaching 212 easily, but was there struggling with 160, like literally 159, 160. So she actually barely made it for that. So yeah, which is. She's unusual, actually she was maybe 220 of reach, she had very long arms, very long, but yeah, let me know, okay, if you have any other question, because we covered, okay, this is Alex in the skies, that, yeah, corrected when I was having a cloud in my mind regarding the reach. There we have it. Oh, sorry. Okay, let me go over if I missed any question, actually. Yeah, I think we got it. We got it. Yeah, keep in mind that they changed recently the reapplying every 3 months to every 6 months now, okay? So keep in mind, even you Nishan, give yourself the best chance for the invite only event that you have now, the 8th of February. Okay. Ciao Modern Classic Show, that I missed your message before. Yeah, Ryan said best uniforms than all other airlines. I mean, to be honest, I'm sorry, Emirates, but the uniform that now came out for Riyadh, is that Riyadh Airlines? Riyadh, no, Alex, if you know, Riyadh Air uniforms. If you've seen the uniforms, it's a purple, very, very stylish actually. I'm looking at on. Come on, it's super stylish. No, they even copied the scarf of Emirates a little bit. Did they, or it's AI that one? Let me show you this one over here. It's a bit dark, but I'm gonna show you the image. Yeah, Riyadh Air. I'm seeing now the comment, Alex. Thank you. Anthony, can someone tell me what's happening here? My story with Emirates, I'm gonna tell you after I show the uniform of Riyadh Air, which is beautiful. I've seen it, and damn, it's one of a kind. That kind of made it, in competition with the one of Emirates. And there you have it, almost there. Hold on. That if Emirates made a change in with this kind of styles, then I totally understand. Alex, tell me, what's your opinion on the new uniforms that Emirates has released now for the passenger VIP? Okay, this is the Riyadh uniform. Like, how stylish is that? Super stylish. It doesn't even look like a uniform for an airline. And for sure, Alex, you saw it, that the uniform, it's this one over here. Let me show you. This one's over here, okay. This one on the right. But obviously, by being a crew, actually, for the ones that you don't know, Alex has both YouTube and Instagram, and it's a crew, so that's why I'm telling Alex that. Anthony, so let's answer your question. My story with Emirates, it's without going all over since the beginning, but joined in 2016 as a coincidence, because I was living in Tenerife, Canary Islands, and I joined Emirates from there after getting to know Emirates, which I didn't even know about, in a dinner with friends. At a dinner with friends, that they were talking, two girls with each other, saying, this girl joined Emirates, she didn't even speak good English, So I was like, interesting, my English wasn't that good, I can still improve nowadays, but wasn't as close as the English that I have now. And I was 20 years old and was like, you know what, let me look at the Emirates website later on, I looked over, and there was an open day 10 days after my birthday, so I just turned 21, went to the open day. I passed the whole process until the final interview. The final interview was the day after. Went to the final interview 2 weeks after, I think, 3 weeks after. Actually, 2 weeks, I got the golden call. And before joining Dubai, I went to New York for 3 weeks by myself as my, kind of consolation prize, because I wanted to go to live in US, in New York specifically. So I went there and then joined Emirates since 2016, and then I resigned in 2021, December 21st, 2021. It's been a beautiful experience, I gotta say. Let me see the chat again. Honestly, Alex says, regarding the uniform, honestly, we can do better. For men, I really like it, but for girls, with all the resources, we can do better. Very interesting, actually, because I was thinking that the ones for men, I thought that they could have been better, you know. To be honest, the only detail that I don't like is the tie, is the purple tie. I feel like it's like stona in Italian. It's like not fitting properly, that color over there. I don't know. That's what I thought about as soon as I saw the uniform, you know. I don't know, maybe like a dark red. The color of the hat of the girls, if we had the color of the tie with the same one, I think that would have been nicer, maybe, perhaps. Or a darker one, like the shoes for men. I don't know. Yeah, purple, I don't find the brand of Emirates anywhere there, you know. But yeah, for girls as well, perhaps they could have done better. Yeah, that as well. So let me remove the Riyadh image. By the way, in the community, this is where I shared the. As soon as I saw that they released these ones, I shared it in the community. So I invite you to join the community there. You can find it on senselens.com. Ding, promotional. Awesome, guys. We have been chatting for a while. For a good while. Let's see if I missed any other question. Okay. Before I go to take a cold plunge in the pool and go to the gym. Let's see. Yeah, Anthony is on fire, man. Let me see. Okay, I answered this one. What inspired me to join Emirates? I mean, to be honest, the reason why I joined Emirates in the first place is because I always had it as a dream to be traveling. So whenever those two girls at dinner, they talked about Emirates, I was like, oh, man, that's a cool one, actually. That fits my criterias of being able to travel and being paid for that, you know. Travel to work, work to travel. So that's what made me say yes. And I answered also this one, why I chose Emirates. I mean, it hasn't been chosen consciously, just because it was an opportunity that came up. So that's why I chose that. If they were talking about Etihad, I might as well, have joined Etihad or Qatar. Yeah, that's just because they mentioned the Emirates. How crazy is that? Sometimes those small details in life make a complete shift for the whole trajectory of your life moving forward from that point. How crazy is that? Those small decisions, like they say, the butterfly wings spread that moves just a bit of air there, moves a whole hurricane on the other side of the coast, Yeah, I said it completely wrong. It surely has been said more poetically than what I've just done, but you got the point, And let's see. What did I like the most about Emirates? I mean, it's interesting. There's many things, but the thing I loved the most is the fact of not having a routine. Like every day, every flight, every week is different, and you can't get bored. If you get bored, it's an issue. You have a problem. But yeah, like it's beautiful. That even the night flights, actually, crazily enough, I enjoyed sometimes more the night flights than the daily flights, because I knew I was working when everybody else was sleeping. And that's something that has been staying with me even in this area as well, because I find that is super helpful in the entrepreneurship kind of lifestyle, because if you work when everybody else is sleeping, it means that you're progressing faster. Obviously, if you're not sleeping when everybody else is working, but it kind of gives you an advantage. Obviously, I was working for something that didn't really benefit me as my brand or my company. But, that was a detail that after I quit Emirates, I came to understand why I felt that, It was really interesting, actually. What should one expect when they join the Emirates? That's a good question. What can you expect? To have many nights of sleep missed. I mean, if we're talking about joining Emirates as a cabin crew, okay? If you mean join the Emirates, like the United Arab of Emirates as residents and have another job. I mean, the thing you can expect is to have a crazy hot summer, but a crazy beautiful winter, that's for sure. Yeah. What is one thing that you'll never forget about the Emirates? The heat in the summer. No, the about the airline, like the fact of being able to decide from one day to another, like I did in the past. There was one of my exes that I was with her, and not my ex, like in the past, that we were at home just chilling, and she gets called for Barcelona flight, layover, obviously. And I was off for 2 or 3 days more. And so I was like, you know what? Let me book a flight for Barcelona as well. I come with you. Boom. That's it. How awesome is that? And I spent over like just a little under maybe $100, because of the ID90s, which is the 90% discounts with the tickets. So that was amazing, decide from one day to another to take a plane like it's a bus, with so much ease, so much simplicity, and that was beautiful, and kind of stayed with me. I take planes like it's actually, I have more complexity in my mind to take a bus because I don't know where the bus goes, how to pay the ticket. Like, absurdly enough, I noticed that I have a complexity in that. I more easily find myself projecting myself taking a flight than taking a bus. Yeah, that's the shift. How do they say it? Professional distortion. Yeah. So yeah, if you owned an airline, I'd have them all wear Chanel. I bet so. I bet you would. I mean, to be honest, if you would be the owner of the airline, you will need to consider also that Chanel costs a lot. So yeah, maybe just place the logo there. Just kidding. But yeah, that would be classy for sure. Code of conduct, yeah, for sure. You need to be always impeccable, like always. Even after a 16 hours flight, you just gotta be on point, and showing and sharing your best image and your best self. That's one of the most challenging things, for girls as well. I mean, especially for girls, because for guys, I mean, you don't wear makeup, who cares, You look like that, you just fix the hair, For some guys, actually, I remember maybe a couple of times, but for sure once at least, that I met a guy that needed to shave on board because the beard would grow so quickly for him that at the end of the flight, he wouldn't be up to standard anymore. So, because you need to be clean shaved for working in Emirates as a guy. So yeah, the most difficult part was, for girls, like after 17 hours flight to be fixing the makeup, and looking sharp, even when inside you were extremely tired, to not use words that I can't use on the platform, Bottega Veneta, Jerome. Yeah, Bottega Veneta would have been nice as well. Yeah. Tell us about one thing that you achieved with the Emirates. What did I achieve? To travel to almost 70 countries. That's an achievement. And to find the path that I wanted to go towards after the Emirates. It's really tough, because the crew, I put my hand on fire that crew can agree on the difficulty of knowing what to do after being a cabin crew in Emirates. It's really tough because you get used to a type of lifestyle that it's difficult to sustain if you don't do this kind of job. If you come back to a 9 to 5 or a normal kind of job, either you like it, either you search for that and you long for that. But otherwise, if you just do it because you don't want to do the crew anymore, but you still love the lifestyle, it's difficult, So yeah, one of the things, obviously, traveling to so many countries and understanding where I wanted to go in my life, that was one of the biggest achievements. Because, I mean, career-wise, I didn't go far, actually. Yeah, that was at the time where they didn't upgrade crew for, almost 6 years. I stayed in an economy cabin for all that time. Yeah. even though I was super senior. But yeah, not because I had a clean record, but obviously COVID time, that impacted a lot. That actually has been additional to the already existing closure of applications that Emirates placed. I think it was in 2018 maybe. There was a period of time where they weren't applying, they weren't hiring anymore. Okay, this was the question from Anthony. Are you rotated around the cabin in the sense one day you work in the first? No, I actually just without even knowing answer that, because I stayed in economy. Like all the crew start in economy. Then once you achieve a certain seniority and you have a clean record, a clean profile, then you can be getting the upgrade, get the training done for being working in business class. Then from business class, you can choose either from going to first class or to become a cabin supervisor, sorry. And from cabin supervisor, you can become a purser. And from purser, you can become a pilot. No, just kidding. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. I'm so funny, guys. Sometimes I'm so funny. Luckily, there's no one with me, so there's no one suffering now for my jokes. Salvador, I'm doing amazing. Salvador, I'm doing awesome. Alex says, best experience, especially training college, but it's physically demanding. Yeah, you just started. I remember you told me you recently started to be working in like flying now, right, Alex? So yeah, it's very physically demanding. Yeah, that's why I was saying before to the question from Anthony, I think, that what you can expect when joining Emirates, like start to miss the nights of sleep, that's one of the things that's one of the most challenging things, I think. Actually, that was one of the top reason why I decided to leave the job and the company, because at that time, not like the crew now is having a good life, because now the crew can rest on flights of like 5-6 hours. They can have a rest, at least of 15 minutes, on the seats. On my days, back in the time, because I'm an old guy, just kidding. But back when I was working, until the last months, actually, they recently they changed that just a few months prior to my resignation, that you couldn't take any rest below the 9 hours of flying, not even sitting down. Obviously, you had a 20 minutes meal break. That's it for 9 hours. That's it. And including night flights. So that was really tough. When they introduced like even a 30 minutes break on 5 hours flight, oh man, that was heaven. That was beautiful. It felt like, oh, now I can do any kind of flight, like bring it on. Yeah. So yeah, that was difficult. The sleep is difficult. This was the question from Anthony. Come back to the US. I still gotta share some videos, guys, from US. I've recently been to US. I've done a road trip. And spoiler alert, I've done my first self-funded business class trip. So from Lisbon, I took a flight, passed through London as well, but then took a flight to Chicago in business class. Okay, this is a spoiler because I'm gonna make a video about that. Okay, it's on the making. You think black is classy? Black is definitely classy. Yeah, that's something I agree. Alex, that's amazing, man. Sorry, I thought it was Alex. Actually, MSK. You're the usual, buddy. You're the usual. I appreciate you. You come on the lives. You always leave this tip. Amazing, man. I appreciate you. Let me know if you have any question. Let me know. I was reading Anthony. What do you like about yourself? What do you mean about myself? If you can elaborate that one without me going into a deep hole of conversation by myself, Oliver, thanks for the answer. Really, really interesting. I'm learning to fly right now as a pilot. That's amazing. I'm thinking of becoming. Let me know actually as a pilot. Becoming cabin crew to get the funds to pay for it after college. That's good, man. I mean, if you choose of becoming cabin crew to get the funds to pay for the flight as a pilot, right? For the flight training as a pilot. That's amazing. Go for it, man. Like for becoming a pilot, it's an investment, time-wise, money-wise, energy-wise. So it's a lot of work, but it can be rewarding. If it's something that you want to do, go for it, man. Rooting for you. Salvador, doing cabin crew training in college. Some advice. Like in Emirates? You're doing a cabin crew training in Emirates? Let me see. But yeah, regardless of I mean, it actually really depends. The training with different airlines, it's often different, you know. So yeah, let me know if it's first of all if it's in Emirates. Coming to college, can I please have some advice? Okay. Reza says I want to be pilot for Emirates. I'm rooting for you, Reza. It's a lot of work, like I said, but achievable. You can do it. It's a good life to be a pilot in Emirates. Yeah, it's a good life. Have good benefits, good salary, and yeah, good destinations. To be honest, you travel all over the world, and I have a few friends as pilots, and man, they fly a lot. To be honest, they work a lot, but I mean, they get a proper rest even on board. Obviously, they need to be well rested, and they get good benefits and even better destinations because pilots fly also to destinations where there's no passengers routes. You know, they also fly cargo. So it's good. It's a benefit. What challenges did I find at my workplace? Oh, all sorts of challenges. Sleep-wise, that was the first one. Coffee became my best friend. And what else? One of the other challenges is actually the one of needing to deal with power-thirsty colleagues and supervisors that were not actually working with the mindset of benefiting the passengers or the crew or the company. Actually, they were just trying to get benefit for themselves and stepping over others in ways that they were not very ethical for me. That was one of the biggest challenges. I could not shut up. Like, not be like rude, you know, but if you're telling me something wrong, I'm gonna tell you that you're wrong. And I'm honest. I can't be lying. I'm not a person that I feel bad. I can't, and that brings me into situations that perhaps are not the most beneficial for me, you know, because one time I've been reported and removed from a door operation just because I mean, I take responsibility for mine, you know. I couldn't just take the feedback from a person that was mistaken because the person was telling me that I did one thing wrong. I'm not going to get into too many details. I did one thing wrong. And so, yeah, you should have listened and this and that. And I highlighted to the person that it wasn't me. It was someone else. And that person couldn't stand the feedback, the fact that I was telling him that he was wrong. So that's when I've been then reported to the pilot. The pilot was having the same mindset as the purser, so I ended up just being a normal operation, but without operating the door, which, to be honest, are silly things. This is not. It's also partially a problem of the company because it backs up these kind of people. But that's a problem that sometimes you find with people in general, you know, despite of being in a company. But yeah, I wasn't willing to just take the feedback where I wasn't supposed to take the feedback, you know. But yeah, that's it. Oh, I see some Jeremy, a $10 donation. That's amazing. Appreciate that, buddy. Truly appreciate that. I see you on top there, but I don't see how I can highlight you. There we go. That's amazing. Loving that. Let's see other questions. Um, pu- 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 how did you feel? Okay, the batteries are dying soon. Oh. How did I feel working with people from different nationalities? That's it's one of the most beautiful things, actually. You learn so much from so many other cultures that it's priceless. I gotta say, that's one of the most beautiful things by working in the company like Emirates. I'm trying to answer all of them. MSK, thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you, man. Which country did you like visiting the most and why? I mean, to be honest, Mauritius was beautiful and has been always at top of my bidding list because of the resort that was there. People so amazing there, so kind, so like welcoming, and also obviously the resort as well, the place. It's a beautiful country. Also US, I loved going to US because I would rent a crazy car, like either it was I don't know, a Chrysler, I mean not that crazy, but a Dodge or like muscle car, a Mustang. I would rent these kind of cars and just go around. That was my, like, whenever I went to US, I actually ended up spending more than what I would earn from the layover, which was the allowance, and the pay from the flight as well. So every time I was going to the US, I knew that like it was a holiday. It was not a duty flight. But yeah, that was super fun. Oliver said, "Okay, to fly in the cockpit, amazing, man. Yeah, it's demanding monetary wise as well. That's for sure." What did I like doing the most when you were a cabin crew? Going to US, flying as much as possible. In the holidays that I had, the leave, I didn't actually go home as much because I wanted to maximize the opportunity of using the flights for cheap and travel the world. So that's what I ended up doing. I appreciate you, Oliver. Thanks a lot to all of you for being here, man. That's crazy. That's beautiful. No cabin crew, not for cabin crew in general in Leeds College. Okay, amazing. That's good. I mean, to be honest, going to school for cabin crew as well can help you. Even if it's not necessary. Just to make it clear, it's not necessary that you go to cabin crew school to be able to get accepted, but it's surely a good help. That's amazing. Jeremy sent another one. That's amazing. Appreciate you a lot, man. Let's celebrate. Because there's okay, with the rose. That's crazy. Yeah, that's cool. Did you always reflect on your day after work when you work for Emirates? I mean, to be honest, sometimes. Like, you have so many flights that you end up just doing the flight and not really reflecting onto things that happened. But yeah, many times you did, yeah. Ooh, that's a good question, Oliver. What country do I live in? No, I don't live in any country, to be honest. I keep on moving around. I still need to decide. For sure, I know that Italy is not a place where I want to live long term, or to live in general, actually. I don't live in Italy. Now I'm spending more time in Italy because of staying close to my family, and for the fact that I don't feel the urge to be exploring Italy, crazily enough, but because it's my home country, so that I can focus on work and on myself. That's what I'm doing. And I'm choosing on this YouTube channel, to be honest, amongst the knowledge and tips that I'm sharing about Emirates and how to become a cabin crew, I'm actually sharing the experience of me choosing a place on this globe, on this world, where to put my next base. Okay, let's see. Let me see if I missed any of the latest ones. Also, especially from Jeremy and MSK as well, that made the donations as well. I want to make sure that I answer all of your questions as well, because I feel really grateful for that. But yeah, to all of you, regardless of that. Salvador, I have an interview tomorrow. to work at LBA airport. Can I please have some interview support? Okay, 6% battery, man. This how long am I streaming for? But yeah, some interview support. Okay, Salvador, let's do one thing. Join the community on sensethelens.com, okay, so I can give you some more, private messaging back and forth. But something that I will tell you is have in mind the values that the company that you're applying for, because at LBA airport, maybe it's the airport itself that is hiring you, the things that have as standards, the values that the company have, make yourself very clear that these are your values as well, like either in showing them or mentioning them when you're being asked questions. Okay, another very important thing is that you present yourself in a professional manner, cleanly shaved. Okay, that always, regardless of the standards of the company, that always gives a good image. Cleanly shaved, the hair neatly tied, neatly presented, not all over the place, because I've seen people going to the open days in, let me be honest, horrendous ways, and I cannot understand how they can expect to be accepted, So, yeah, those are good, some good initial tips. Then we can go over some more perhaps in the community if you feel like sharing that. Let me see. Pin that comment. Which comment? This one. I appreciate that, man. Let's see. I think I need to, okay, let me see if I can answer to these questions before it shuts down the computer. What one thing you never forgot about the Emirates? I mean, the travel has been beautiful. There were some occasions here or there, but I could talk hours for this. Like, it's crazy. There's episodes that came here and there, but I mean, nothing crazy, to be honest. But the travels and the experiences that I've gone through, like doing safaris in Africa with giraffes and zebras, then I don't know, taking an aperitivo, a drink on the lounge in New York City, and going to New Zealand, doing a road trip with 7 other girls in the car, me driving, like. What else? Mauritius, just laying down in a resort with massage spa area, all paid for me. Then obviously, I mean, in the holiday I went also to Iceland. So this kind of experiences that, make living beautiful. That obviously don't have to do all these things to have a beautiful life, but these things made me feel super alive. Okay. Covered that. Thank you so much, guys, from bottom of my heart as well. Thank you, MSK. Thank you, Anthony, Salvador. Hi, James. Okay, how do I join Emirates cabin crew or any airline? Go to the official website, but I would also suggest you to go on sensethelens.com and you get, sorry, I pinned that one by mistake. I think it's shutting off the camera? No, not yet. Okay. Suggest to go there and you can find the map of where to attend the open day. Okay. And also resources that you have for free. Okay. And like-minded people like you're finding here. Okay. So many questions, guys. I love that. I need to put in charging the laptop perhaps. How many countries have you traveled per month? Okay. I mean, in total, like around 70, close to 70 countries visited. Okay. But yeah, per month, I don't know, maybe 5 on average, 4 or 5 countries. Yeah, 4, 5, 6 countries. Did you enjoy visiting Africa? South Africa. I would say South Africa was one of the nicest that I experienced, including Durban. Durban was one of my favorite ones, to be honest. I mean, obviously including Mauritius, if you consider it obviously there, yeah. Durban was one of my favorites also because very beautiful city, has many activities. There's the stadium rope swing, there's diving with the sharks. I've done both of them. Was a blessing, yeah. So okay guys, I think we covered most of the questions, and I want to answer to this one as well. What did you learn about life during the time you spent at Emirates? Okay, this is a good question. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this one, Anthony. If you don't mind, I'm gonna use this question as an opener in the next live that I'll make. Okay, next week I wanna publish a video that has possibly it's on the topic of Emirates. Okay, actually really interesting one. Okay, and I'm gonna start making that one. I wanna alternate the video published with the lives, so that there's some good frequency that I can keep up with, and you have a diversity of content here on the channel. Okay, and thank you, MSK. I appreciate you. Another tip, man. That's amazing, guys. I would say you don't need to, but it's appreciated, you know. I have to visit Sri Lanka, yeah, that's for sure. And did you get ever time to interact with pilots? Yeah, of course, like all the time. Actually, you're asked as a crew to be going to the flight deck and talk with them. So yeah, that's a nice gesture to do, and yeah, it's good. You always have the chance, you know. As a passenger, you would always want to join the cockpit and go in the flight deck, but as a crew, it's actually on the opposite. You prefer to stay in the cabin, but yeah, not for everyone, obviously. Sorry to ask, but have you ever been an Emirates? Yeah, of course, man. It's almost 6 years. Almost 6 years as a cabin crew I've been working in Emirates, so yeah. Perfect, guys. I think we can wrap it here because also the the charger wouldn't reach anywhere close to me now. So it's 3% now, the battery. Actually, let me show you here. It's very, very close to be going off. Let me show you here. Okay, 3%. I'm just on the line. Here, as you can see, it's the community, okay? SenseTheLens.com/register, okay, to find yourself already here. There's free resources, I mentioned it once again. There's the free ebook, there's a CV template, and there's the community where you can interact, like a social media platform with me and everybody else, okay? You can post, you can comment, you can private message as well, myself also. So yeah, I want to thank you for joining this live, guys. If there's any other question that I missed so far now, you can leave it in the comments. Thank you so much, Jeremy. Another donation, man. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you a lot. Anthony, I can see you have a lot of questions, and I appreciate you for that. You can drop them in the comments after this video because, okay, I'm gonna try to keep the chat live also after the video, but you can type comments there so I can go over those questions there for the next lives, okay? Or join the community for free on SenseTheLens.com and we can chat anytime, every day there directly, okay? Thank you for joining. Thank you, Alex, for being here. Good luck as well. I appreciate the nice words that you tell me here and in private as well. Look forward to meet you in Dubai, Alex, and all of you, hopefully in one of the meetings that I will do in the future. So thank you for being here. I need to take some screenshots as well so that these questions as well, Yasir, Anthony, I will keep them for the next ones. Make sure you join in because I'm going to cover all the things that you have in mind and give value in all possible ways that I can. Thank you once again. Battery is about to go. Take care and stay blessed as always.